handout. And it's got a checklist of things you want to consider while you're singing. And it's a little, it's overwhelming. I have read a big old fat book by the name of Gareth Nair, a fellow by the name of Gareth Nair. It's called The Craft of Singing. It's huge. And the thing is, he said, do not present too much in the first lesson, otherwise people will go screaming out of your studio. But I have another, oh, did I not bring it? One of my favorite, let me see, oh, I do have it. So it's kind of like Durga here. See all these hands? So I'm going to ask you, put your hand here and put your hand here. Now put your other hand here and put the other hand here and put a hand right here, so you need at least 8 hands. But the other nice thing is Catherine Rundus, another wonderful book, she calls it the cycle of singing. So you start with, where does she start? Breathing for singing. Oh, position of tension and release of tension and positioning the instrument. Opening the vocal tract. Breathing for singing. Onsets, releases, resonance, registers, focus the tone, articulation, musical expression. But she calls it a spiral. So you keep going around and around. And it's like a slinky. You know, if you grab a slinky in one spot when it's vibrating, it'll stop. And it kind of affects everything that's below it. So it's a spiral. Do not feel overwhelmed. One step at a time. I think it's Renee Fleming said, you can explain singing in 10 minutes, and it takes 10 years to learn how to do it. So we're going to start with relaxing. No, I should say release tension, because this, I wouldn't call that relaxed. Be still by me. That's not relaxed. This is relaxed. So we're going to find tension. Be still. Okay, I've got tension in my neck. Maybe I have tension in my jaw. Maybe I've got tension in my fingers, which I didn't put on here. Shake out your fingers. So I'll be editing this like crazy. So there's always spots, and unfortunately, in a group this big, it's kind of individual, and you can monitor. Susan, do you want to come up here? Susan Billings, come on up the first row. Yeah, come up here. Patty, come on up here so you can see. Great. Did you say hello to everybody? We'll take a break and say hello. Jacqueline Anderson. Jan, thank you. And then there's bathroom back here. You have to kind of wind your way through the choir room. It's still kind of a mess. So we're going to just stand, please, and we're going to release tension. Start by, and you can use this as a checklist, start by rotating your ankle. It's a good thing we have these pews to hold on to. And the other one. And then you're going to find a nice, in your feet, just rock to the ball of the foot, to the heel, to the ball, to the heel. And then just make smaller and smaller motions. Smaller, until you find a nice balance. Usually it's a titch toward the ball of the foot, just a titch. Now release your knees, soft knees, easy to lock when we're in hips, hula, other way, a little Elvis Presley, whoops. Don't tell the church that one. Okay. That's what I got. That's what I get for mentioning Elvis in a church. Okay. Okay, darn it. All right, do a little more hula dancing. The reason you want your hips relaxed is because we're going to sing, we're going to drop our abdominal stuff into that pelvic basket. Good. And then shoulders. And forward. Of course, there's a million things we can do with the shoulders. We can go up and down, side to side. Great, great, great. And then the neck, let's just do some head rolls, head and neck. Great, good. Look over your shoulder and look up and look back behind you gently. So if you have neck problems, be very careful. And I love this. People yawn, and that means you're releasing tension. Great. Other shoulder, look up, back down, look behind you. I had a choir member called it the snob. And then forward and relax. Good. Put your fingers, please, right in front of your, just about here. Run a plumb line, just below your ear, actually. Run a plumb line, and then run a plumb line from your nose to the back of your head. And we want to pay attention to that joint, right where the spine comes into the skull. That's called the AO joint. And we're going to, so you feel a little looser? Good, good. And that alone will bring up your posture. And posture, I read something, posture can mean position, but it also can mean to place. So we're going to place our body parts. Do you want to do some alignment?
Sure. So you got a great beginning here. So let's just talk a little bit about, so from the feet up, so you already...
Freddie, can you hear this, or should I give her the mic? Okay. Goes around underneath. You have to move your hair. Yeah, and then it's going to hook over your ears.
Oh, God.
Instructions on how to do this. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, now you have to hook this to something.
I got pockets.
Good.
Pockets. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's weird. All right, so feet. We're going to talk about our feet. So there you are. I want you to sense your feet and actually close your eyes for just a second, and I would like you to press each toe in your shoe, each toe bed into your shoe, unless you're barefoot, which you are welcome to be barefoot too. All right, so feel your toes. Now press the ball of your foot into your shoe. I want you to sense, roll to the outside, roll to the inside. Just feel your feet. And now give some weight into your heel. Just feel your heel in your shoe. All right? And then just find your center again, like you already have been doing. So now I just want you to have that awareness of your feet. And in your mind and in your body, I want you to start bringing your awareness up through your lower legs. So if you can, tense your calves for a moment and then relax them. And if you can, lift up your toes so you're going to feel that muscle in the front of your leg, your lower leg. All right, and then bend your knees and then straighten them. Tighten your quads, your thighs, the fronts of your thighs. You can actually lift them. You can feel that lift up in, shoot, there it is. That lift up into your hip flexor, right here, okay? And now just sort of move them around a little, like you were just doing with your Elvis impersonations. And now we're going to play with the pelvis. So put a hand on your belly and a hand on your lower back. And I want you to just experiment with rocking it forward, like the lower part of forward, and then rocking it back. So we're at like the floor of our pelvis is moving. And you're going to feel that sort of lengthening in your spine, and then really it's a contraction of your spine when you do it this way, okay? And find your middle ground now. And just for fun, go side to side so we don't get too tight. Just feel that center. So we're going to find that center where your pelvis The bowl of your pelvis is in a relatively neutral position. But the problem is that neutral for us, what we experience, is not necessarily neutral. So there's a lot of common ways that we tend to stand. So one of the common ways is this way. Okay? So I hope this is still on. So if you're one of those people who does that, your head is probably coming forward, or you might be leaning it back. But so let's pull that a little bit more towards the center. So that plumb line that Deb was talking about through the side, through the top of your head now. So we're not arching either.
And if you need to sit and just do it from a sitting position.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All of this can be done. This positioning, posture, whatever you want to call it, alignment, can be done in a seat equally as well. You can sing beautifully from a seated position. You can sing beautifully from laying on the floor. Takes a little more practice, okay? So you're in this position where you're not here, and you're not here, with the head forward. We're going to try and find this, where we've got all of this working, and we want to be free to breathe. So if you've got one of these alternate postures, you're either using too much or too little in here, and it's going to be interfering with your breath. So just in a basic, most fundamental way, we want to release what our everyday positioning might be. So just find that center, and then loosen those shoulders again. And the last thing I want to talk about is, actually I want to do one more thing. I want you to close your eyes one more time, and I want you to put your attention, it's very strange, I just did this today, it's actually a nervous system regulating tool. You're going to feel in your mind the back of your head, and imagine in your mind feeling the back of your neck and your spine as it goes all the way down your spine. Sense your back, and if that leads you to standing a little taller, or maybe aligning a little bit more, like you have support behind you. And imagine that feeling of your spine going all the way down through your low back into your pelvis, and then continue on being aware of your glutes and the backs of your legs, maybe even the backs of your thigh bones in your legs, the backs of your knees, the backs of your calves, and all the way down to your feet. And it's a wonderful image to bring that awareness to the back of us, because we're always pushing forward. Typically the body is worked much more in the forward direction and then in the backward direction. And we don't actually allow ourselves to be like whole people, if you can kind of think of it that way. So allow that awareness of that we're going to be having, and we have for our singing and communicating this way, but also we're three-dimensional, so that back of us. And the image of this is, we have our own back. I have your back. Yeah. So have your back, we have your back, and enjoy that sense of connection as we go into singing.
The worksheet and say, I've got my back.
There you go.
Yeah. I will probably be finding all kinds of things. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm going to be all tangled up here.
Now take out the worksheet, the handout, which is at the beginning of your music. And I forgot one of my favorite songs in the packet, and that was Orange Colored Sky, so I will get that to you next. And that was going to be part of the exercises. Flash, bam, alakazam. And we're going to use that, and we're just going to sing it anyway. So take a look at your it's a checklist while singing. And you don't always have to do everything. So we did the releasing the tension. And see what happens when your head is 12 pounds, average, of course, depending upon how much brain you have. When you bring it forward, you've added 30, it's now 32 pounds, and then 42 pounds. That's a heck of a lot of work for that poor spine. The other picture I have is massaging your jaw. So you have not only your masseter, massage your masseter, but the temporalis up here. We don't think about this as being a way to release that jaw. So when you get tight in the day because we carry tension, massage your masseter. Good, and we did the alignment, and now take a look at the picture of the not so aligned, and there's that position Jacqueline was in, that, because we're leaning forward, computers, driving, stress, to a little better position, and you're going to sit on your sits bones. You know what those are? Find those. It's sort of the right in those bones. Good. And there's that, another way to check that you're aligned is make sure your clavicle, which is your collarbone, is horizontal. Everyone put your clavicle horizontal to the floor. Tip it down. Tip it up. And down. And up. And you don't have to super extend. Now, all of those things, if you're sitting at rehearsal, especially BCCO has, 2.5 hours of rehearsal, you're going to get tired. And by the end of the night, and your books are heavy, it's this. So keep checking. This is part of the checklist. If nothing else, check your clavicle and that AO joint, and that'll bring you forward. Can you do that, everyone? Do this again. Clavicle, horizontal, and your AO joint. Got it? Good, 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 good. Now, we're going to, at the bottom of the page, it says getting the air focused and vocal folds moving. So we have the breath, but we also have our vocal folds. We'll get back to the breath in a minute. So just do a loud, could you give me an A flat, low A flat? Just do, ah. Louder. Good. Good. People that were having vocal trouble, because I know I really appreciated the notes in your registration that some people are having trouble, their voices are cracking or going away, and I actually have a lot of trouble myself. So I think I was singing too hard, too long, 15 years in Philharmonia Baroque next to a really strong alto, so I'm singing away. But anyway, let's try that again, and it just gets the vocal folds together. And good. And now let's do the whoop, whoop, a slide. And some of you will go higher, some of you will not. So it's just, all we're doing is the vocal folds are going, whoop. Try that. Not my pitches, no pitch at all. Go ahead. Yeah, and don't come down, because all we're doing is stretching and stopping. One more time. Good. Don't come down. I want to leave them in the stretch position. Are you checking your posture, your alignment? I don't want to say posture. And generally, it's better, if possible, to sit at the edge of these pews. The only problem is I think our knees are, yeah. Because when you're sitting like this, your muscles are no longer doing the work. So sit at the edge of the pew. And you think, really, do I have to? Yes. Okay, just like that person that's sitting on a stool, he's at the edge of the stool. Helps keep the AO joint and the clavicle parallel to the floor. All right, let's do that whoop again. Go. Good, and just add some arm. Whoop! Stop. Put the P on the top. Go. Yay! Yay! All right, A+. And then coming down, no! And see how low you can go without breaking. Go. Good. So maybe with your pencil, write 5 times a day. Okay. Whoops. All the low ah. It says a loud low ah. That ah in brackets is an ah to adduct the folds. Whoop, slide from, oh, there, notice there's a P on there. Whoop, and then no. And now we're going to do NG sirens, and we're going to start on what we call thin folds, and also add a little sob with a nice fronted tongue. Don't worry about the retracted false vocal folds. We'll figure that out later. Some of you may need to. I needed to. The false vocal folds are right above the true vocal folds, and sometimes they start to constrict. So we have them open like, everyone do kind of a laugh here. And you feel that opening? Those are retracted false vocal folds. Ha, ha, ha. Now add a sob. Ho, ho, ho. Now we're going to do with small. So everyone say bing in that position. Here we go. NG sirens. Check your alignment. Good, and what that's doing is it's working your vocal folds and you're not even singing, right? So we just want to get them working again. All right, semi-occluded vocal tract, SOVT, those create back pressure, and we want some back pressure on our vocal folds to hold them together. So let's do some lip trills. Let's do, just do some lip trills. Can you do it? And usually with a really high palate. So everyone pretend you're having a drink of water. Feel the palate, now it's up. Go. Now, would you give us a G? Yes, and we're going to go a 5-note descending scale. Oh, I love the yawns, and go. And make it as smooth as you can, rather than stair-stepping it. So the vocal folds are doing the work, not your smooth it out. So the vocal folds are going, and they're just thickening. Ready? And. And go up a half step, but this time don't play with us because the piano's percussive. And. And up another, and. Now you can also do, let's try raspberries, Bronx cheers. Ready, and. Can't do it, that's okay. Can you roll an R? I cannot, but if you can, try a rolled R with that same pitch, and. Do a V, same pitch. When I do this, I want you to check your AO joint. Right at the top of the spine. Good. Let's do, this is actually one of my favorites. You can sing through a straw, but we don't have a straw. So I'm going to just take my fist. So I'm going to feel kind of a trumpet and a trombone at the same time. Whatever, half a step up. Thank you. And go. And keep it smooth, because I want you to stay on the vocal folds right now. One more time. Up another half step. And. Great. Take that drink of water again. Make sure your palate is up. Feel it? Or if you put your head underwater, you're going to hold the palate up so it doesn't come up your nose. Ready? And. And go down a half step. And. Check your alignment. Take that drink of water for the palates up and. Good. Good, good. Any comments or questions so far? Good. No questions? Okay. Good. Now there is a question as to whether we nose breathe or mouth breathe. Generally, we nose breathe because it's warming and it cleans the air, but there are times when we have to mouth breathe because we don't have time to go. Nose breathing tends to be a little noisier, and we want silent breath. So let's turn that page over. And we're going to talk about tidal volume, inspiratory reserve volume, and expiratory reserve volume. Tidal, that's just breathing for the day. Everyone put your hands out here and just breathe for the day. Just exhale. Inhale. And yours might be a different speed than mine. So there's not much effort in the body, right? I hope not. Otherwise, you have a hard day. Now we're going to do IRV, and that's inspiratory reserve volume. But it's that extra volume of air, it says, that can be inspired beyond the level reached at the end of a normal quiet. So this is the normal. And that's the IRV. Come back. Now this is the normal. And exhale more. Feel the difference? So we have to work a little harder when we sing. So we have a little, it's not just this. That would be okay for, good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Sing that with the tidal volume. Go ahead. Sing anything you want. Let's do Mary Had a Little Lamb. Ready? And. Well, I hate to say it, but you go way beyond normal singing. What I was, like, Mary had a little, but you're choral people. Oh my gosh. Now we're going to do the IRV, and we're going to sing Mary Had a Little Lamb, but we're going to go like this. Mary had a little lamb. And let's do two phrases. And. Right. Now we're going to do five phrases. Well, let's do the whole song. And we might get into the ERV, which is that expiratory reserve volume. So here we go. IRV. Go ahead. Keep going. Now, if you ran out, go slower, or we can speed it up. We can speed the darn song up, or we have more experience, okay? Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. No, I'm not going to make it. I know I'm not going to make it. So if you try, let's do it faster. Just don't run out of gas, because we don't want to. Ready? And. Faster. Right. So you had, when you got down to here, you did a recoil breath, right? You didn't have to think, oh gosh, now I have to go to the IRV. You did a beautiful recoil. Now, the one other thing about breathing is you want to have a quiet breath. So you want to have the vocal folds open when you breathe. So everyone take a nice IRV, but silent. And. Right. Feel it cool in the back of your mouth. Did you hear it? Feel cool down your throat. Wherever it's cool, there's probably constriction. Feel cool at the top of your tongue. Now feel cool just at the front of your mouth. Great. So if you find yourself being noisy, put the cool spot further forward. Now we're going to go to the inhale, the resist, the breath cycle. Take a look at your sheet. Now, while we're kind of in that IRV, we're going to use the inhalatory muscles, the inhalation muscles. First of all, we're going to breathe. We're going to have 3, check your posture, your alignment. We're going to have 3 kinds of breathing. Costal, which is the rib cage here. Everyone breathe into the ribs. And your ribs are going to go like this. So it's going to be like this. Okay? So they're going to go like this. Okay? And then breathe out. They're going to elongate. And that's the assist. So this is the resist position. Got it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it in your ribs? And this is going to be the assist later. We're only going to let those collapse later. Now, so do your costal breath here. Put your hands here. Breathe in. And we're going to sing take a look at page 19. I think you know this song. 19. Oh, and I should say something about clearing your throat. If possible, and I forgot to put hydrate. I meant to put hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So after preparing your instrument, write the word hydrate, which I don't have any water with me, but I should. Okay, so we're going to sing, we're going to breathe in costally. So you're going to feel this E flat again, Jacqueline. Lift every voice and sing. Just that much. As you know, I could do warm-ups, but we're going to do it with a song. Ready? Costal breathing. Go. Good, and we're going to now do it without the piano, so you can just feel your ribs. Ready? You can put your fingers here, so they're going to go. Everyone do this with your fingers, or one hand, and go. Excellent, excellent. The second breath is going to be, the second part of the breath is going to be dorsal. So we're going to put your hands here, lean over, and you feel your fingers come apart. The ribs are actually flexible. They have cartilage between the sternum and the rib cage. Okay, breathe in there and sing, lift every voice and sing. Do your back muscles, go. Good, good, good. Now use the dorsal and the costal. Ready? Put them together. Go. Excellent, excellent. Yes.
I can't sing that high.
That's okay. You can sing at the range that you're doing.
I'm not even sure what my range should be.
That's okay. Lift every voice, if you want to do it there. Yep. Good. Now, I would like you, the third part is the diaphragmatic breath. So put your hands between your belly button and your pubic bone. Release. Feel it release to the floor. Don't hold in. Everyone, pull in. That's what's that? Oh, there's an old woman, old singer from the like 1900s. She said, vanity is the bane of the singer, meaning you don't do this. Let it plop in. You're not going to necessarily plop out your belly. It's down below. It's between your belly button and your pubic bone. So I'm going to pull in, and then I'm going to release into it. Because what that will do is get this out of the way, and what gets to go down? The diaphragm. The diaphragm, it's connected all the way, the bottom of the ribs, all the way to the back, connected to the spine with some tendons, and we want it, it's like a parachute, we want it to go like this. So when we do the ribs like this, it goes like this. When we use the diaphragmatic drop, it will go down, the diaphragm will go down. So there's our diaphragm right here, and we're going to just flatten it out, kind of like this. Except you can't do it from inside. You have to do it from below and with the rib lift. So 3 parts. All right. So here we've got our bucket handles for the ribs. Got it. And here's some more rib action. Notice the ribs are going out like the bucket handles. And we're going to use that diaphragmatic breath down here, getting all of this stomach, liver, kidneys, and all that stuff out of the way. More, and that will come later. Okay, great. So let's do lift every voice and sing, and we're going to now add the diaphragmatic from your belly button to your, you might feel, drop the belly into the, people call it belly breath, right? But it's not really, we don't want this here. We want it low in the, from the belly button to the pubic bone, all right? And Jacqueline mentioned that in this. All right, breathe in. Feel the drop. And exhale. Drop in and sing. Go. Excellent. Now we're going to explore 1 or 2. Pick 2. Are you going to want to work on that coastal breath, the dorsal breath, or the diaphragmatic breath? You choose your own. Ready? I tend to collapse here, so I'm going to work on this and this. Ready? Go. Lift every voice and sing till earth and... Excellent. Pick 2 different ones. And let's go on to the next phrase. Let's go to the next. Right. Here we go. Ring with the harmonies of liberty and breathe. Before you start again, pick 2 different ones. Coastal, dorsal, diaphragmatic. And go. Joy sing. And now we're going to do all 3. Got it? Coastal, dorsal, diaphragmatic. And go. Excellent, excellent. I'm going to ask you to stand, and your whole job, and Jacqueline, if you want to just go up there and sing, I'll just play the accompaniment. Okay. And just keep checking. Check, 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 check. Check your alignment. And Jacqueline will yell out, as the coach from the sidelines, alignment, dorsal, coastal, diaphragmatic. In fact, let's do this. I want we're going to stop. We're going to do phrase by phrase. Voice and sing, coastal, till earth and heaven ring, diaphragmatic. And you yell out what you're going to focus on. Okay? Everyone say dorsal. That's the back. Coastal. So these are the coastal cartilages in here. And diaphragmatic. All right, just yell out one right now. A different one. You're all on the same wavelength. And, okay, good. You're going to yell out and do that breath. Go. Yell out. And do it. Yell it out and then do it. Go. Hold it. And. Are you kind of getting it? Getting the spots, the three? Sort of, sort of. It takes a lot of awareness, but usually you can do a song phrase by phrase like that, because this is what's going to happen. I'm going to do diaphragmatic and coastal. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies. Oh, and now we've gone to clavicular, and I struck it out. So you have to practice phrase by phrase until your body goes, no, I love that diaphragmatic drop. Oh, there it is. Oh, and this feels so good. We're going to do it again, and we're going to take a pause. You don't have to yell it out this time, but in your head, do what you are commanding of your body. Okay? Ready? And drop. Silent breath. Make sure the vocal folds are open, cooling in the front of your mouth. Pick a spot. Exhale, inhale. Inhale. Excellent. Sort of getting the spots, sort of, sort of, sort of. It'll take a bit, especially, remember, we walk around, oops, my music. We walk around all day speaking or doing something, and all of a sudden, 2 hours a week, we're expected to play basketball and win the game. We have to be Steph Curry's right now, right now, right now. Good. And have a seat. Let's take that yes, Rachel. Absolutely. No, absolutely. When we get low, the vocal folds are thick. So, you can imagine the low strings on a piano, what it takes to pluck those things. is mighty, where the little ones, bing, no problem. So it's a matter of the vocal fold thickness. It's also a matter of resonance. So when you go low, go a little bit more into a duck. Yeah, yeah, everyone say that. Yeah, yeah. So you want that more focused. Da dee da 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 da. Farkas has found us, and they're thick, and it takes more breath. So you might have to. Also, we've just pretty much sung in that IRV. We might have to get into the ERV, which takes a little more lower muscles. And we'll talk about that right now. So we're going to take a look. We've done the title, the IRV, and now we have a breath cycle and the inhale. We've already done the inhalatory position. Now we're going to go to the resist, and now we're getting into what's called support. Support, people say, you need to support more. Or they say, you need more breath. No, no, no. It's the quality of the breath. It's the quality, the shape of the resonators. So when they say you need more breath, just, I have plenty of breath. Everyone do that. And what do you want to do? So you don't need more breath. You don't want to tank up. You want this to be comfortable. It's more than normal. Now what do? Or we're going to resist. Notice those inhalation muscles. Now we're going to sing. Everyone do a blowfish. Feel it in your body. Put it in your body. What's your body feel like right now? So do the blowfish. Open your mouth. Don't exhale. What do you feel in your body? Tense. Maybe tense. Now what we want to do, what's that, Barbara? Buoyant. Go from tense to buoyant. Do that. Inhale. Blowfish. Open mouth. And now feel a buoyant body. Can you go to that instead of... That's why at the bottom I say, no barrels, please. Save them for the pub. Okay? So we don't want to freeze. We don't want to squeeze. We don't want to deflate. We don't want to pulse. And we don't want to grunt. So do that again. Here we go. Ready? Inhale. Blowfish. Open your mouth. And there's your... Now you're ready to sing. Richard Miller says, sing on the gesture of inhalation, not... That is no support. Yeah, Peggy.
When we open our mouth, we still are not exhaling?
That's correct. Correct. It's that sleep apnea moment. Have you done this box breathing, where you go 1, 2, 3, 4, hold? You don't hold the breath, you suspend it. Exhale, suspend. So try that. So we'll do the 1, I'll count, and you just inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, suspend. We can do this. I can do this almost all day. I'm barely exhaling. All right, here we go. Inhale 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, suspend. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, suspend. Inhale 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, suspend. 1, 4, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, suspend. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suspend. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, and suspend. 1, 4, 5. Inhale 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suspend. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Suspend. 2, 3. Back to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Suspend. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Suspend. 2, 3, 4. You just did it. You just did it. You suspended. And I should put that on here. The box breath. Yeah. That was great. Great. So we can do that suspension. And that's part of this resist cycle. Now, Barbara and I were talking about it, and I forgot to put this on. Resist might sound too, and you might want to write the word maintain, or suspend might be another term. And that's the other thing about voice, is everybody kind of has their own interpretation. So, what, if you don't understand something or you have questions, please ask. And we'll come up with different terminologies. And some people say, imagine a golden orb. Well, or imagine, or put a golf ball in the back of your mouth. Well, I would go, where other people might go, okay, I get it. Paul Solomonovich used to say, put a sharpened pencil on both ends in the back of your mouth. Not an image I would like to use. But anyway, so we're going to go to that suspend. We're going to inhale, suspend, that blowfish for it just a moment, and we're going to sing. Let me find something to sing that would be nice and easy. Let's do De Colores, page 15, but you know it. De Colores. No, I want something, and that's what I wanted orange-colored sky for. Ugh. Flash, bam, alakazam. Would you just sing that? Flash, bam, alakazam. Now, so these are our onsets. So we took a breath. We did the blowfish. We're in suspended mode. And I want you to put your fingers alongside your sternum. Your sternum is from your right here to the xiphoid. Oh, it's a lot longer. Is mine really that long? Okay, there it is. Whoa, that's a big sternum. Okay, so we're going to, I want you to put your hands side aside alongside of it. Flash, bam, alakazam. Try that. And you probably sang it flat because I sang it flat. Flash, bam, alakazam. And again. Flash, bam, alakazam. And what do you feel? So you felt the, not this. Flash, bam, alakazam. Do that again. Flash, bam, alakazam. Remember that was our coastal breath? That's where we took a breath into the ribs. Now put your hands on your diaphragmatic breath between your belly button and your pubic bone and sing the same thing. Go. Flash, bam, alakazam. What do you feel? Do it again. And go. Flash, bam, alakazam. Anyone? It kind of pushes out a little bit. Yes. So there you're on those same muscles that you dropped for that diaphragmatic breath. Put your hands on your ribs, on your back ribs, and sing the same thing. Go. Flash, bam, alakazam. What did you feel? Anyone? Okay, a little expansion. Because that's what we did when we inhaled. So we're doing this resist. And there's, we did that. Oh, put it on your solar plexus, just below your xiphoid process right here. So, and again, go. Flash, bam, alakazam. Yeah, what'd you feel? Did it go out first? So you're not going to pull in, flash, bam, because we didn't do that when we took a breath. This is all in that suspended position. And the last, if we want to do the waist a little bit, try the waist, and again. Flash, bam, Same action, yes, yes, just as if you were inhaling. Now we're going to do that in a song. Let's do it on De Colores, since you know it. And I didn't have Flash, the orange-colored sky. So let's start that. Or down an octave, or the alto if you want. De Colores, or De Colores. Okay? So now we've got, oh no, too much to think about. Alignment, okay? This is when you need durga here. You need all those hands. Check your alignment. Release tension. Sit at the edge. Yep. Use your hips. I like that. Thank you. And here we go. I mean, I love it. Julia Nielsen, I watched her breath boot camp, and she said, breath is not the silver bullet, because guess what? We've got the tongue and the jaw and the palate and the neck and the larynx and the vocal folds, but this is a good place to start. All right, here we go. Yes, Peggy.
Could she just play the tune first? I don't know.
Oh, absolutely. Down an octave. And that's all we're going to do, okay? All right. Everyone sing that on an ah, just for right now, and go. And the next way I would do it is just with the vowels. A, O, A. Try it with just the vowels. That will twist your brain in. Very good. And check your alignment. Check your alignment. Right. All right. Now we're going to have to check. I want you to check the 3-part breath. Take a look at your sheet. It says inhale, dorsal, coastal, diaphragmatic. Now we're going to go to the resist. And those inhalation muscles stay engaged that we just did, and you're going to check your onset points. Only one at a time. De colores se visten los campos en la primavera. So I went too far into the ERV, but not bad for being kind of a wreck today. So this helped. This helped me get beyond any issues here. So check. Everyone, let's check the sternum. So you're going to feel that little bit of bulge that you experienced. And go. And sing. Good. Excellent. Now let's go back. And let's do the solar plexus. So you're going to feel that gentle kind of a beach ball feeling. Ready? And, check your kind of inhalation. 1, 2, 3, and go. Excellent. And you know what? Your sound was fabulous. I'd hire any of you. That was great. Great. As a choral sound, it was beautiful. Did you hear it? The onset was beautiful because you started one of these onsets. It came from the body. Very good. It came from that support system. And support, again, using primarily lower body muscles to budget the airflow. So we're not going, de colores, se visten los campos en la primavera. Now at the very end, I had to use the assist. But anyway, it's because I didn't take a breath. All right, let's do pelvic bowl. So you're going to just feel that little bit of firming, maybe moving forward. I shouldn't even say firm slightly because I don't want it to go, Ready? I'll Cross that off. Ready? One of those kind of breaths, and then resist. Go. And every student of mine that sings from here with that assist here, that resist here, sounds richer. Much richer. Much more full. Every student that starts with this awareness, the onsets, it's not it's de colores. The onset is just richer. Good. Go to your rib cage. So you remember we did the rib cage breathing. So now we're going to resist the collapse. Ready? And. That is so stunning. And you will have to take a breath in that middle part. Just make sure it's not and it's not noisy. I just took a breath. Great. Last one, waist. Okay. It may slightly widen. Whatever you do, I've got one student that goes, and you wonder why. When he goes high notes, of course. Ready? And check your 3-point inhale. It's got that right under that circle of breathing. Ready? Inhale. And then suspend. Excellent. Now here's where Durga comes in. You're going to pick 2 of those 5 spots. Only 2. You still have 2 hands. Ready? Sternum, solar plexus, pelvic bowl, rib cage, or waist. Ready? And. Excellent, excellent. Pick 2 different ones. Ready? And. Go back. Ready? And go. Excellent. Now you need 3 hands. Pick 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Same thing. And go. Excellent. Excellent. Now, if you are, that is way too much for your brain, just go back to the coastal dorsal diaphragmatic breath. Go back to the inhale. De colores, because they're the same muscles. They're the same muscles. The coastal, the diaphragmatic breath, and the dorsal muscles are the same ones you're going to maintain. All right? Let's stand and just sing the song through. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it if you don't know it. Just be dragged along. And if you don't know it, just check on your 3-point inhale. If you feel comfortable with your 3-point inhale, go to the onset points. They're pretty much the same. Ready? Here we go. Inhale and suspend. Go. Inhale. Silent inhale. Breathe. De colores es el arco iris que vemos lucir. Breathe. Y por eso los grandes amores de muchos colores. Stop right there. Very good, very good. And even if you don't know it. Now, we're going to go a little bit to the assist. Have a seat for a minute with a nice alignment. That fourth line is longer than any of them. So we're going to need to go to a little bit of assist. Assist. And that's when these muscles are going to have to pull in a little bit. Right? So when you exhale, right now we've pretty much done the IRV. It's amazing how much you can do on an IRV, especially when the phrases are short. But would you sing, let's do sorry. Let's do no, I went too long, but what note is that? What note is that? It would give us a G? Yeah, okay. Or maybe an F. How about an F? There we go. And here we go. So we're going to do it with your hands. We're going to be in the IRV, IRV, IRV. Those are the inhalatory muscles. And then all of a sudden we get here and we go, oh, I think I'm going to need a little support. But these muscles down here are different. We're going to shift to a little pull-in of the pelvic basket. We're going to use these, quadratus lumborum, and the transverse and the internal, and the ribs will actually, we're going to think of them extending, not collapsing. We're going to just extend them. So they were like this, and now we're going to have to extend them a little. That's the assist. Now we need some assistance. So when people say, well, you drop down when you breathe or when you exhale. No, and then there's schools, no, you pull up when you exhale. Well, it's actually both. You drop in for the resist, you start to pull in a little bit for the assist. Does that make sense? So let's do that. E, A, O, U. How about an F sharp? Well, happy medium. Ready? And go. E, A, Now, don't take a breath. Now, what you're going to do, and everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to be different. So, E, A, O, U. Now, this is low for me. Ooh. So I'm going to need that more breath. Actually, let's go back to a G. Okay? It's hard to do both, Here we go. Take your IRV. Resist, go. Resist. Now assist, maybe. And stop when you need to. Right. Don't run out of gas. I love it when people go, ooh. It's not a pretty sight. No. It can be separate. E, A, O. What's nice about the E, A, O, O. I'm just releasing those. E, A. If you're not singing, you don't have to be E, A, O, O. Did you notice what it just did? Glottal. Yeah. E, A, O, O, O. So if you don't sing, don't work. Okay. So this resist, and then resist. But remember, no squeezing, no grunting, no pulsing, no. All right, try that again. And check your alignment, which I always forget. And go. Stop when you're and finish. Yeah. Yeah, we got some seriously long winders over there. So when you have a long phrase like that, let's do, take the fourth line, and let's do it on B, 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 just on a B, so you don't have to worry about the words. So octaves, or B, 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 B. Thank you. B, and the alto line. F sharp. B, B, B. There we go. Ready? And take your 3-point breath. Resist for a while. If you get to maybe that last 2 measures, you might need to assist. Ready? And. Eep. Now, did you have to get to the assist at all? Not really. Not really. Because you weren't worried about the words. And that's the other thing. If you don't know the music, you're going to start to worry. We sang it with words before, and people are going, "Y por eso los grandes." I don't know this, what are the words? Well, try it with the words. Do BB if you don't know the words. I don't care. But I do care about your, just that budgeting of air. Ready? And go. And again. Right, right. Now you can see how you need to budget your air. Right, or not. And it helps to know it or not. Let's take a look, please, at page 10. And some of you will definitely want to sing this down an octave, which is fine. And would you just play the first line for us, Jacqueline, please? And that's all we'll do for right now, okay? Say, danza, danza, fanciulla, al mio cantar. But let's first do it on a do 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 on a do do do, or down an octave. Ready? Check your 3-point breath and blow fish body, resist or maintain. And 1. Now I think we can do that with 1 breath. Maybe with a little assistance at the end if you need it. Try it again and go. Excellent, excellent. Now say, danza, danza, fanciulla, again. Al mio cantar. Now on 1 pitch, just give us a G if you would, Jacqueline. Now we're going to sing danza, danza, fanciulla on 1 pitch, just in rhythm. Ready and go. Al mio. That's it. That's it. And again, check your breath though, and check your onset resistors. All 5 of them, or 2 of them, or 1 of them, and go. No breath. No breath. No breath. And again. And go. Faster. Good. And this is where we start to get into problems with the jaw. Danza, danza. Put this here, a little duck. Danza, danza, fanciulla al mio cantar. And that's next week's lesson is, or well, not maybe 2 weeks, the vocal tract. So do that air flow, resist, and put it through the duck bill. And go. Yes. Pitch was much better. Danza, danza. It ruins that vocal tract. The vocal tract is your your resonator, your tube. Good. Now let's play the notes again for them, please, Jacqueline, in both octaves. Good, and let's sing that. But watch your resistors. Anyone need to get to the assist? Probably not. Don't over breathe. And go. Altos, I want you all to be up in that same range. A D is not high, believe it or not, for an alto. Ready? And again, maybe some tenors-ish. You need to be down an octave. And go. Excellent. Stand and do that. And I want you to pick 2 resistors. 2. Insist. Maybe even the diaphragmatic area, that low abs. And go. Excellent. Go back to the 3-part breath. Where was it? Coastal, diaphragmatic, and dorsal. And go. That was absolutely stunning, and that was more on pitch because you had support. Good. We're going to do one more phrase because you know the words. Would you play it for them, Jacqueline? Now, sometimes I know because it's getting low, like Rachel mentioned, sometimes breathe before the al mio cantar. So, danza, danza fanciulla gentile al mio cantar, but it's not a clavicular gasp. All right? Let's try that and do the best you can. Go. Breathe. Good. And say gentile. Not gentile, you need a D. Gentile. That's right. Put a whopping D in front of that. And again, 3-part breath. Dorsal, costal, or diaphragmatic. And go. Breathe. Excellent. Let's do that whole page. Alrighty. And, pick your breath, or all 3 would be ideal. And go. Beautiful, beautiful. And if you're stumbling over words, that's quite all right. Quite all right. Go to page 13. And let's do that danza, the last page, just at the beginning of the last page, the G. Yes, just a little bit of it. And 1. Danza, danza, fanch. Up, B flat. Danza, danza. Oh, can't. And I actually had a choral teacher said, when you have a trill, shake your head. I won't say who. Cantar. Actually, Miranda says that. Very good. And we'll just keep working on that. Have a seat. And let's turn to page 30. I know some of you wanted some advice on your voice cracking or not there. And can we address some people, if you can stay at 8:45? Come up and we can see what's going on, and maybe we can figure out something real quick. May I
interject?
Yeah.
Do that afterwards. If you are interested in the class that started tonight, we are still adding people starting next week. So please come talk to me afterward as well if you would like to know more or sign up.
Great.
Or know more about me if you don't know.
And we're going to do page 30, and let's have the sopranos do the top line, and tenors, if you want to do it down an octave, that's just fine. And altos, you're going to do the second line. Actually, let's everyone sing the top line. It's the same tune as We Shall Overcome, but different words. And would you just check? If you feel comfortable with the 3-part breath, go to the resistors. They're pretty much the same. Ready? And 1, 2, and breathe. Go. Stay on those resistors. Ribs. Yes. Diaphragm down below. Belly. Sternum. Solar plexus. Low belly. Ribs. Second line down. Dona nobis, and you're going to stay on your resistors because we're going to do that not dona nobis, dona nobis. And you can, from your spring wings back here for your dorsal breathing. Ready? And. Check your alignment. SO joint. AO joint, sorry. Look here. Yes. Stay. Yes, it'll drop in pitch if you deflate. Great, put it together. 1, 2, ready, and. Resist, resist, resist. Resist. Pelvic basket. Resist the pelvic basket. Excellent. Great job. I will play the accompaniment, and Jacqueline will keep reminding you of those 3-part breath or the resistor spots, which you were doing so nicely at the other piece. Okay. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Choose your breath. Go. stand. Check your alignment. That AO joint, that your clavicle is parallel to the floor. You've got your back. Well done back there. You held a note. Great. Now, the other thing I always forget to do is a cool down. So it's just as important as a warm-up because we have to go out there. And we've been doing all this stuff out now in our vocal folds. Everyone, let's go. And let's sing, what are you cooking tonight? And just that high. Go. Now we're going to bring it down. What are you cooking tonight?
What are you cooking tonight?
We've had a very good time.
We've had a very good time.
At least I hope so. We've had a very good time.
We've had a very good time.
It was great to see you all. I look forward to next time.
I look forward to next time.
Right, to get back on your speaking voice. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, Jacqueline. So if you have questions, let me know. Can we hear a couple of you that want to address some issues? Thank you so much. And let's see, we can stop the live. So we can